Alrighty, good morning. Day is just sucking big time. So, here we are on day 2 of our time out for this stretch. And we are stopped here at Wilton Truck Plaza, Travel Plaza, whatever. Anyways, we've got a burnt out taillight / turn signal, which I've switched out now, and I've put my the inside light, which was the brake light, into the turn signal position, but then I have no taillight brake light. And yeah, either way it'll end up in a ticket if I get stopped. I don't believe there's any weigh scales between here and New Jersey where I gotta go, but that doesn't mean that they won't do a spot inspection, or if a cop goes behind me and sees that I don't have a brake light or whatever, that they won't pull me over. I've had that happen before, where in Arkansas once, way back when, where I had one tail light out, the brake light didn't work, and the DOT was behind me. He was actually getting ready to pass me, and I had to put on the brake for whatever reason, and then all of a sudden he saw that there was no brake light and pulled in behind me, pulled me over, and yeah, got a ticket for it. Actually, he didn't give me the ticket, he gave me a warning, and because I had a spare with me, so he allowed me to put it in. So I don't want to run into that situation here again. Chances are slim that it'll happen because of where we are, but anyway, so trying to get answers back from them, and then they go and pre-plan me on shit that just cannot even be done. The first one, I wasn't going to make the pickup on time. Hell, it needed to pick up by 1:30 in Connecticut, which was like 3 hours away, 160 miles. But you figure George Washington Bridge, blah, 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 Connecticut, right? All that crap and traffic. So it would have taken at least 3 hours minimum, if not longer, to get there, which would have put me right at about 10.5 hours, 10 hours for the day. Didn't leave me a whole lot of time to do the pickup and get out of there, because it was just north of Hartford, and there's no frickin' truck stops anywhere near where I had to pick up. So, alright, they ended up taking that off me. I wasn't going to make the pickup time. It was appointment time. So then they give me this other one. Now, I swear to God, planners, CS, whoever, you guys, you sit behind the desk, you look at the computer, and you see it's that far on the map, and you figure, oh, that should be doable. You guys need to be taught about cities, what cities we're in, traffic patterns, etc., and pay attention to our time frames. I mean, my day started at 5:30 this morning. That's when I started doing that's when my clock went on duty. So anyway, so they give me this one again, and it's actually, said it was 3 hours. It's 160 miles again. I said, oh, it's 3 hours away. I always give that little bit extra because of traffic, etc., and considering where I am and where I'm going. And it was up just north, or just east or west, northwest of Scranton, Pennsylvania, Wilkes-Barre area. But it's out in the middle of friggin' Booneyville, hilly mountains. It's on 2-lane highway. I know the place, and it's actually about 4 hours, just because of where it is. You got to go through all these little back roads, a couple of towns, lights, etc. So I'm not gonna, well, had I been able to keep going, I would have only gotten to my delivery by 1. You figure half an hour for dropping the trailer. It is a drop and hook, so drop the trailer, hook onto the new trailer, do the pre-trip, blah blah blah, check in and out of the gate and whatnot. So you give yourself half an hour for that. You know, out of there by 1:30, 1:45. There's no way in hell I'm gonna make it by 4 o'clock, right? It's like, and then they expected me to drive all night and do a 2 a.m. delivery in Montreal. Not only a 2 a.m. delivery, but then they expected me to pick up at 12 noon. It's like, what the hell?
A new message
and then
has arrived.
Pick up at 12 noon at the same place where I picked this load up, which is a 2 to 3 hour wait for loading because they're just slow. And then have it in Richmond, Virginia for the next morning, 6 a.m. What the hell, people? Anyways, we're having fun. Send Max 16 with all other details. We are dealing with rock setter road maintenance during banking hours. Great. This should be fun. Alrighty, we're done for the day. We are at Welcome Center in Pennsylvania. We got out of New Jersey alive. Problem is, it says 2-hour parking. Vehicles towed at owner's expense. And I say that in a lot of the rest areas. I stopped here once before. But it's been so long, I can't remember if I stayed here all night or not. I know I've been into this one because it's a cockeyed one. But I don't know. I don't have enough hours to get anywhere, really. There's nothing between here and where I gotta go. The one truck stop that has a possibility of parking is further than what I have time to get there, so I suppose if I hadn't stopped here, I could have probably made it there. But I know that one fills up pretty quick too. But we're here. I'm sure there's other people that are sleeping. I'm sure I've come in here late at night and there's been trucks freaking crashed here, like sleeping. So anyways, we're gonna do dinner here and hope like hell that they don't try to usher us out of here. But there you go. So we got in. Now we're on our way to, what the frick, I can't even pronounce the name. It's sort of like west of Scranton, Pennsylvania there, and Bum Hills nowhere. Gotta pick up a load, and it's got to go back to Montreal. So it's just going to go to our yard. Originally they wanted me delivered at 2 a.m. and I'm like, you're funny, because there was no way in hell I was going to be able to even pick it up today. So yeah, they had me picking it up at 4 and thinking I was going to make it all the way to Montreal today somehow. I have no idea how they thought that, but whatever. We are here. I sent in my thing saying, you know, that I'll pick it up tomorrow. Anyways, it's confusing as all hell. And we're getting ready for dinner. Right, madam? In the back there, hiding, sitting there. We've already been ate with her. So let's go in the back and make ourselves, I think, some chunky tonight. I think that's what we're going to have. Chunky. Yep. I can feel the chunky coming on.